will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Here's the handoff. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Sometimes as an offense, you like running plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Under fire. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Scanning the field, it's Daniels. A shot toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David. Brings it to the open. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Buys a little extra time. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Pulls it in inside the 10.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. for the score.
One of the areas they really focused this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. And that one's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Brown. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes a handoff. It's Baxter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Makes a connection.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got his man quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give out of the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. A designed run for the quarterback. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Ducks will line it up on first and 10. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throws to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion. Next play.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. Tackled there by the defense.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Davison. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, we just can't find any answers.
Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Go with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bob. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on across the middle on 1st down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to...
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Rushes on him. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the run, it's Baxter. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bob. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Daniels. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. To the air on 1st down. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it in. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. intercepted. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more.
Sprinting away. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Holds it in on the right. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Oregon. He got a step and just dusted the field. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you've got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Daniels. It's complete on the right side.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short clip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Making side adjustments here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, the defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They're trying to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Fires to the big fella. Finds a little space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Got room on the return.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Manning. Using his legs to buy some time. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. And the kick bounces out of bounds. They will not get the onside attempt, but they will draw a flag. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw, it's Manning. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple of scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the
breaks into the open. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secured the football. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse?
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Picked off, a turnover in their own end.